there's a less risk for it to be laced with something.
Okay, good. We said that before. But yeah, if we're controlling it, if we're able to put out whatever it is that we think is safe, you don't have to necessarily worry about, hey, is there PCP in this? I can just get it from someplace that is, sponsored by the government to actually be able to do it. What else? What else? Other pros, Maddie?
Well, I don't know how to explain this, but it wouldn't go in people's records or anything, so people will be able to get jobs and stuff.
Okay, so right now there might be somebody who can't get the job they want because they were caught, smoking a joint back when they were, in high school or in college or whatever. And is that something that we really think should be, or should prevent somebody from getting a job for the next 40 years when they can be really productive in doing that just because they made, a stupid decision to smoke a joint? Is it worth it? Matej, what do you think?
It's all natural.
It's all natural. There's nothing synthetic about it. You don't have to mix two random chemicals together to come up with it. It's something that grows, that's on Earth. And I get maybe it's organic in a sense, but yeah. So it's not some weird chemical that you're putting into your body. Other pros. Emily, have anything different? Any pros? No other pros? Renata, you got any pros? Anything you want to say for? No?
I got you.
Oh, Matej. Matej, always coming through. What do we got?
This would be funny. May help in creating art or ideas.
Alright, so Matej said it can help in creating art. Yeah, maybe it increases the creativity of people. We can open up new art museums. Yeah, we're opening up new marijuana weed museums and our art museums can charge new admission for the economy. Anything else? Doesn't necessarily have to be an economic effect.
It isn't more harmful than alcohol or tobacco.
All right, so this is another very common thing that gets brought up. If alcohol is legal, why is marijuana not legal? And this has been a question that's been going on for years. We talked about the massive amounts of problems that alcohol can cause with DUIs, with tearing apart families, with addiction and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people would argue that people that are alcoholics might be a lot more harmful to society and to themselves than people that would be chronic or constant marijuana users. So how can we allow one and not the other? We tried banning alcohol back in the 20s, didn't go very well. An underground market came up right away, and then eventually they said, the heck with this, we're going to make it legal again. Because guess what they got to do? They got to make money off of it. Everything comes back to money, and that's just kind of the way it is. I think that's a very strong argument. Yeah?
But what do you say, people who, socially, smoke weed would do it, and alcohol, while they're drinking alcohol, and, they're doing both now? So, wouldn't that be worse than, if they were just drinking?
Oh, I definitely agree. So that would be a con. We haven't really gotten to the cons yet.
Are they already doing that?
If you start combining substances, it can definitely increase your likelihood of getting sick and of bad stuff happening. Anytime you combine two different drugs or chemicals, whatever, that can happen. So that would not be good. Well, let's hold off a little more on the cons. I want to finish talking about the pro. If there's any more pros, yeah.
It's once you're smoking, you're not gonna be going crazy. You're not gonna be jumping off the walls. You're just gonna be sitting there, just staring off the space.
Okay. All right. So you're saying the nature of what marijuana does is it's not going to cause these super violent behaviors. It's just going to maybe make you more relaxed and not do the types of things that alcohol does. And I would agree with that, but I would also say you can't forget the fact that we said it's a gateway drug.
True.
It increases your risk of doing some other stuff,
Touche.
where cocaine and stuff like that. Well, you know what? Maybe there are some violent behaviors that go along, or that go hand in hand with that. So I think there's two sides to that argument. Yeah.
If you're just calm and chill and you're driving, wouldn't your reaction time be slow?
Yeah, we talked about it can slow your judgment, your reaction time, and stuff like that. So I think most people would agree if this became a legal thing, you're going to start to see a lot more people driving under the influence of it. can be a lot more accidents, a lot of bad stuff in that area, just like we see with alcohol. So again, that's kind of a big time con.
Increase the ticket price
Um,
from being like 200 to like
but-
5,000.
Any more pros before we kind of transition strictly into
Take a list. I'm gonna take a look at my paper.
All right, cons. We said a couple already. What are some of the other bad things that can happen to our society if we go down this route? Dom.
It's a lot easier for little kids to get.
All right, good. We talked, or you saw in the